Hey guys, I come here every week to talk about mental health, filmmaking, and just to document my life. So if you want to come along in the journey, please subscribe. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing great. So last week, my mind was feeling a lot of emotions and some of which I couldn't really understand. It's like my mind was feeling a different emotion every 2 hours. It was just fluctuating, and most of the time it was quite devastating. So whenever something like this happens, I have to constantly talk to myself internally and look for a happy memory inside my head, like something that I might have achieved or something that made me really happy, so that I have a good thought to think about and I can feel a little better. Now this constant talking inside my head, it's so constant that half of the time I have no idea what people around me are talking or doing, because I'm so busy inside my mind and my thoughts. Like I search for a happy memory like a drowning man searches for air to breathe, so that I can get like that moment of relief. So I was feeling a lot of emotion, and mostly the bad ones, all at the same time, and I couldn't understand why that was happening. But on Tuesday, I came across an article that I was just randomly scrolling through, and some of the words of the article caught my eye because it defined exactly what I was feeling at that time. So the article was about feeling emotionally exhausted. So the article defined emotional exhaustion as being consumed by emotions, even the small ones, having a deep sense of defeat, being hypersensitive, and not having the will to move forward. And that was all the things I was feeling at that time, which I finally understood कि हो क्या रहा है. Now the constant talking I do within my mind all the time to escape sadness leads to emotional exhaustion. Like I can physically feel the heaviness of it, and I'm tired like all the time, and after a while I don't even have the stamina left to even have a normal conversation with a person. Now I can just lie down in a corner and let it all pass. But where the trouble begins is that I actually have to keep working and keep hustling while being emotionally exhausted, so that I can actually escape the problems of my life. Everything around me makes me want to cry, and if my client comes back with even a little bit of feedback, I just start getting goosebumps, and I feel that what is going to happen to me now and what will I do? And even if it's not a very big deal. Okay, so whenever I look at the to-do list of the things I have to do and the things I have to achieve in personal life, it makes my head go spin, and I feel like I have made really bad choices in my life, and I have somehow ended up at a place where I'm really trapped. But I tell myself to work hard, to think of new projects, to come up with new ideas, but that in itself is really exhausting to think about. Like I get breathless thinking about how much I have to work to actually make something out of my life now. You know, having a good mental health is such a privilege that people don't realize it. It's like you can just come up with new ideas and think of new things without sulking 1,000 times. And you can just act upon your things, call people, make things work, meet people, everything in a short span of time. That is the amount of time it takes me to actually convince myself that I can do this, and to make a single phone call without thinking that everything in the world is rubbish. So all the things that I've defined right now is what happened inside my head in past 5 days, and it is a lot. But you know, like everything, this also passes away like the clouds, and I also have my sunny days where the happiness of creating things is more than the fear of failure. I just have to wait for those days. It's a circle of life. That's all I wanted to say for today, and I'll see you next week.